Well, hello everyone. I'm Dr. Stock, and this video is for entertainment purposes only. Today, I want to talk to you about Alibaba. We've seen a significant sell-off in their share price since the end of 2020, and then certainly up to, well, even our last trading day that we had on August the 27th. And the big question out there is this sell-off going to continue? Is it cheap? Is it time to buy? And, there's just a lot of fear, uncertainty, and doubt that fund that's going around Chinese companies. And, will we see any sort of delisting going on with Alibaba, for example? And honestly, I don't think that we will. I have a few things to show you. I have Webull open. I have a Seeking Alpha ready to go. Also, Google Trends. I'm going to show you a little bit that I have there, and my stance that I have on Alibaba going forward from here. And well, I really like what I have to say, and I hope that you will too. So stick around, and let's get ready to rock. Welcome back. For those of you who are interested, down in the description is a link to my Patreon. You can go check that out, see what else I have to offer. I'd absolutely love to see you over there. You can also talk with me in the private Discord along with the other Patreon members that are over there. It's an absolutely incredible growing community. Lots of support to be had, and a very close relationship with the people who are over there. So go ahead and check it out. Hope to see you over there. Also, don't forget about those referral links that are down there. You can get free stocks just by signing up and making a deposit with either Moomoo or Webull, the trading platforms. You can do both of them. It's free money thrown back at you, and who doesn't want that? And then I also get a few free stocks for the referrals. So thank you for that. Let's move right on to Alibaba. All right, so here we're looking at the chart for Alibaba, and what you can see is the significant downtrend that we've on from being up almost at $320 per share and then bottoming out so far at $152.80, and then we closed Friday at $159.47. So that is just a significant decline from where we're at, and you don't need me here to tell you that. So losing over 50% of its value from its highs, and in under a year's time, that is just incredible. And now for Alibaba, maybe it was a little bit too much too fast, a little bit too much of a run up, and it was getting a little bit rich. However, now it is starting to get a little bit cheaper from there. As a matter of fact, we have significant de-risking from where it was at, and then take all of that de-risk and that probably oversold nature that we had for Alibaba and tack on top of that all of the Chinese regulatory information that we have coming, and the talking about the risk of delisting companies, and well, you have yourself a really significant sell-off. If I zoom out on this a little bit more, so that we can actually see, and this is the daily chart right here, right? We can go out to higher time frames if we need to, but really you just need to be able to see the shape of what's on your screen. So down here at about $150 per share, we haven't seen those prices since all the way back in August of 2019. So that takes us 2 years ago. And then we also bottomed out before that in June of 2019. And to go significantly below from where we're at, we have to go all the way back to December of 2018. And so we've had a significant climb. It's probably a little bit too much, too fast when we had that originally. However, I think that we should be more on this trajectory that we saw coming out of the pandemic here. And, even that, I mean, that was incredible to watch that sort of climb come out with Alibaba. And then let's fast forward to what we have here with the different sell-off that we've had. And after the sell-off, we also had the overselling with the fear, uncertainty, and doubt. And this is a company that does put in some serious numbers. It is still a growing company, and it's a giant in China. So a lot of this fear, if it does pass, and I believe that it will pass, I think that we're going to see a significant recovery from this point, because we're seeing lows that we haven't seen for 2 to 3 years. Seeing these sort of lows says to me that we're seeing a significant discount with Alibaba's share price. And then once this news passes and they work through the regulatory uncertainties that we have, they have until like October of 2022 to shift the way that they manage their data. And they should, being the company that they are, I'm sure that they will innovate, and they'll also work towards compliance, that they're not just going to automatically get delisted from the United States exchanges. So with that said, let's go over here to Seeking Alpha and just look at some of the news that we have coming out from the analyses that we have over here. So if I scroll down, and then I'll work from the bottom up. So August the 25th, the bottom is in. August the 26th, this may be the perfect time to go all in, which I don't know about all in, because I think that you should be diversified, but maybe all in on your diversified position. We'll see about that. And then let me see, a buying opportunity in China. And then that talks just a little bit about it. And then moving on from there, Alibaba, only you know what should be done. And then Alibaba, we've reached the bottom. The time to buy is now. Alibaba Group still a good investment, even with earnings halved. Alibaba coiled spring. Alibaba Mr. Market serves up a bargain. So I know I'm just reading the headlines, and I know that the headlines don't speak everything, but we have so much overwhelming that's bullish and very bullish, and then we have a neutral one. Alibaba, is it just panic selling, or is there more to it? This one comes out yesterday at 12:12 a.m. And so we could read that one, but the overall sentiment that we have right here with this continued drop that we have is that we're starting to see where that bottom is. And I think also when we look years backwards, when they were looking forward to 2021 revenues, for example, well, now we're there and they've performed beautifully over that time. So moving from there, this is from the Catalyst Watch from Seeking Alpha, and we get Barron's mentioning this, that Chinese stock has some alarming moves from Beijing this summer. The publication thinks China's most well-known companies like Alibaba, Tencent, and Yum China are starting to look cheap. There you go, starting to look cheap. So even if this isn't the bottom, I still think that we're near the bottom of the prices that we're going to see for Alibaba, and I think that they're going to rotate out of this very well, and I think that that's going to pay off in very high percentages for us over time, that we're going to see easily double-digit percentages over the next 12 months, and expand that out to 24 months. You know, we can start talking about 30, 40, 50% gains over the next 12 to 24 months. And for a big company like Alibaba to give those sort of returns over that short a time span, I mean, that is just, it's incredible to me. So it doesn't mean that there's not risk of delisting. Certainly there is, because if there wasn't any, then people wouldn't be afraid of it, and we wouldn't see the sort of sell-off that we see. And also the Chinese markets being down significantly from where they were at. We can't ignore the fact that they are a growing economy, and Baba being one of the leaders in their space. I just think that there's too much going for Alibaba for them to go belly up, and also for them to go down much further from where they're at right now. Now, something else about near-term catalysts, if you check, I'd search Baba stock in Google Trends, and what you see going all the way back from February is that there's somewhat of a trend, especially when we start to hit this bottom right here in June, this slight uptrend in Baba stock, that people start getting really interested in the prices. And it's projected that we're going to go even higher when we get this new data coming in from Google. So if we see a new peak come in there, I mean, I think that there's a lot of people becoming very, very interested in the price. And I think that we're going to see some near-term price action. So even though I think that there is a long-term opportunity here, that you have years worth of growth in the stock price, because you have years worth of growth in Baba and in the Chinese economy. Between those two things, I think it's going to continue to move, but I think that there's also a short-term play here where there's a decent swing trade to be made off these lows that we're currently seeing. I think it's just getting too hyped up, too popular, and I think that it's going to bring in enough buying pressure from the bottom side, enough bullish pressure in order for us to see some positive price action over the next few days to next few weeks. So for Alibaba, I think that this is just incredible. So let me move on here to tip ranks. It says a $272.82 price target for the 23 ratings that they're reporting on. 21 buys, 1 hold, 1 sell, and they're saying about a 71% upside over the next 12 months. So that is absolutely astounding. For me, I'm lowballing that because, well, maybe we do see some more fear, uncertainty, and doubt in this. Honestly, if I saw half that, if I saw 35% over the next 12 months, I think it would be absolutely incredible and also very reasonable. So I don't know that we'll see as much bullish behavior as they're reporting right now. Even if we hit that low analyst estimate of $190 over the next 12 months, that is still a 20% upside from where we're currently at. As a matter of fact, here, instead of me just guessing at that right there, so $190, 19.14. So I was off by a little under 1%. But, you know, just ballparking it for you, I think that there's incredible opportunities here, even off the lowest of the buy estimates that we have. And we have one analyst coming in calling it a sell 10 days ago, and it's a 1-star analyst, 0 out of 2 ratings, not 0 rate of success so far. So there's not even enough data here to really rank this analyst that we have that says go ahead and sell it. I can go on here and then put in, hey, go ahead and sell this with absolutely no rank. I don't think that's as impactful as what we have here from a 5-star analyst who has 238 ratings. 161 of them were successful, 68% success rate with 28% rate of return. To me, and this is 25 days ago, that $310 price tag, even though we might not get there, I'd much sooner believe the analysts who are showing those signs of success over time that they know a little bit more what they're talking about, and that we have that sort of momentum behind them. And we have lots of other analysts covering it that have very high ratings as well, with really good rates of return. So even if they're below the 50% success rate that we have, like this guy right here, Hans Chung, 47%, still has a 16% return on it. So absolutely cool, absolutely wonderful. So let me summarize. Alibaba, I think that we're starting to get some really attractive prices in. I think a lot of other investors are seeing it. And I think that right now we're finding where that struggle is between the buying pressure and the selling pressure. And I really think that we're going, if we're not at the bottom, we're very near the bottom, where the upside is starting to become so attractive, the potential to move upward from here over long time horizons, that the downward pressure that we have, that risk that we take on, isn't nearly as much as what we have on the upside of it. So those are my thoughts on Alibaba. Let me know what you think down in the comments. Is it something that you're bullish on? Is it something that you're bearish on? Do you think it's attractive pricing? Is it still too pricey? Are you too afraid about it getting delisted that you wouldn't want to touch this? If so, then I guess you have your answer there. So anyway, on Monday, this might be a place for me to initiate a position on Alibaba, because I really do like these prices that we're getting, and I really do like the outlook. And for me, staying diversified and not putting too much into one single company, this is one that I've held off on a position for a while, but now that I think that we're starting to see bottom, I think that now it's about time for me to get in. So I'll let you know what I decide. And I'd like to know in the comments what you guys decide after doing your own research and due diligence. It'd be absolutely wonderful. So check out those referral links in the description. And also, if you want to join me at the Patreon, I'd absolutely love to see you over there. We're a growing community of members, lots of excitement coming into the group. And I would absolutely like to have you over there, adding to the excitement and looking for those opportunities and sharing those opportunities with each other. To me, that's a really cool thing. So thank you very much for watching. I'm Dr. Stock. Thanks for rocking with me. Now go get that money.